it's Shamel, and today I'm going to take you through some steps for making a bunting border using banana frog stamps. Here we're just going to start by creating a background on some plain white cardstock with Tattered Angel's Glimmer Mist or any other watercolor, be it regular or sparkly, that you like. And I've just sprayed the sparkly Glimmer Mist onto a mat, and so I can use a regular paintbrush and paint it onto white cardstock. It'll just give a different effect than the sprayed effect. Now, what I'm doing is creating two rectangles, one with short strokes that go side to side, and then the other with long strokes that go the length of the box. And I just need to put some color down, and I want to have different variations to choose from, so that's why I use these two methods to add the color. So this one that I'm doing is in a pale pink shade, and then I'm also going to use some turquoise because my final banner is going to alternate with one bunting flag in the pink and one in the turquoise, and then back and forth. So now I'm just going to spray the turquoise mist exactly the same as I did with the pink. Pick it up with the paintbrush and then do this. I'm just going to zoom through here because this is pretty easy. I'm just painting the Glimmer Mist right onto plain white cardstock. With those boxes done, then I've also got this little bit of Glimmer Mist left on the mat, and I don't like to waste it. So if you pick it up with a baby wipe, you can put it onto the cardstock as well, and it'll create a third paler shade that might be useful for you. The pink is pale to start with, so it's hard to see there on the camera. But the turquoise, you can see it comes up just at a lighter color. It's nice to not have anything to waste. So with those dry, now I'm going to stamp with Banana Frog stamps. Today I'm using the paper chain set, and this has bunting pieces in all different shapes. So you have hearts, you have circles, rectangles, and the traditional triangle, which has also little bows that can go at the side. There's also a tiny little alphabet that fits inside all those pieces, and all the different shapes come with both a solid background and an outline. So you could do both the background color and the outline just with stamps and not painting. So with the watercolored background dry, now I'm going to use a permanent black ink and just stamp right over the top, so that I've got lots of little flags. And because the stamps in the block are both clear, I can see exactly where I'm stamping, so I can fit my stamp right onto the pieces that I've painted. Now you could use lots and lots of flags. I'm just doing a few so that I'll have plenty to use and I'll have leftovers from this. And then we'll cut them out in a moment. But there's also another piece I want to show you just before we move on. Now, the clear stamps are really easy to clean. The ink will come off the block and the stamp just with a baby wipe. And then you just peel it back off and it'll be sticky for next time. The piece I wanted to show you that I'm not going to use today, but I just wanted you to see that it's in the set. The little flag also comes with a tiny scalloped top that you can just place over the top. And then you can add that little scallop piece at the top of each flag if you like. And that comes in solid and outline as well, all in the same kit. Okay, so we're going to cut out all these flags. I'm just going to follow the outline of the stamp. So with all these flags cut out, I'm just going to do a little bit of finishing here by adding some ink. This will give just a darker shade around the outside of the flag with the little bit of paper that's on the outside of the outline where we stamped. So with the pink flags, I'm using a pink distress ink just to give a little bit more pink to the edges and make the inside of the flag will be paler. And then I used a black distress ink on the turquoise flags to pull in the fact that they're stamped in black. And that's really, really simple, and I've just used the ink applicating tool from Ranger to make sure that it doesn't create too much extra mess. All right, so I've got all these flags ready to go, and here's the piece I'm going to put them on that I put together earlier. This is just made from a tag with lots of scraps, and then we're going to put the flags across the top. When we go to adhere these, you just want to put the adhesive at the wide end of the flag. If you just add adhesive to the wide end of the flag, you'll be able to add some dimension to the other end of the flag. And we're going to sew these into place anyway, so you're not going to need very much glue at all. So here's what it looks like once they've all been adhered. And then I've just run this through the sewing machine to add a straight stitch across the top, just following the line at the top. To go ahead and finish my project, this is going on the front of a coffee cup mini book. This is a printable kit that is by Wilna Furstenberg, and it's a free download from Two Peas in a Bucket right now. You just get these great pages that are already designed, and you just run them through the printer and add your photos, and then the whole thing fits inside a Starbucks coffee cup. So I'm going to put this on the front, and I'm just going to show you what it's going to look like so you can see the finishing process here. The ribbon is going to go behind the tag and onto the coffee cup so that it will be able to tie at the side and keep the book closed. So I'm just going to add some glue dots to hold the ribbon onto the back of the tag. That's nice and simple, kind of boring. And so I'm just going to zoom through this so we can see how where this is going. So just putting glue on the ribbons. And then with the rest of the tag, the paper that's still showing, I'm just going to use American Crafts this to that adhesive, and it will stick. But because this is on the front cover, it's going to be handled more, so I'm using a fair bit more adhesive than I would on a normal scrapbook page. And I'm just going to put a couple little glue dots on the back of that ribbon because ribbon can be pesky and want to fall off. So just a little bit of extra glue here to make sure everything will stay put. And then I'm just going to press this onto the front of the book and line up the sides so that the ribbon will go around and not bend the tag in half. Just press that into place, and then the ribbon wraps around and ties at the side. So I'm almost done. I'm just going to tidy this up because I haven't cut off any of my extra threads or anything from the sewing machine. So I'm going to trim those off, and then I'm going to go back to add the dimension to these bunting flags. And I just hold down the top where I've sewn and where the adhesive is and roll the bottom up just around my finger, or you can use a pencil. And that way the flags will be just a little bit more lifelike and a bit more fun than gluing them flat. I know these are already quite sparkly if you look at them closely because they've been painted with the Glimmer mist, but for those of you who like a lot of sparkle, you can also add glitter to the pennants just very easily by applying some stickles to the top of each one, then take your paintbrush and brush the glitter down to the bottom of the flag point. And there you go. What I love about these stamps is that because each flag is an individual piece, it means you can make as many flags as you want in your border. So you can just keep cutting or keep stamping to have the entire range of whatever you want, a small piece for a tag or a medium-sized piece for a card or a long string for a scrapbook page. You can stamp it on a background that you create yourself. You can stamp the background with the stamps that are included in the kit, or you can stamp the outline on pattern papers to make a variety of different looks. So this is just one, and it's sparkly, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.